Hi, this is Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Welcome to another Card Making 101 video. And in this particular video, I wanted to share a tip with you on something that I do when I'm doing a mass production of cards. And when I say mass production, that's like 10 or more, 10 or 20. And it's just a little quick time-saving tip, but I'm just going to walk you through this little card here. I started with the crumb cake base, cut it 4 by 8 and scored it 4 to make a little 4 by 4 card. And I have a piece of this Sweater Weather Designer Series paper, and it's cut at 3 3/4 inch square just to make a little border around the edge when I put it on the card front. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take a piece of the burlap ribbon, and it comes, I believe it's 1 1/4 inch wide. I cut it in half. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim this up a little bit and just put a little flag, a pennant end here. And that's going to go right here across the card before I put my main image on. I make quite a few thank you cards, so I'm always looking for ways to make that easier. And when you're doing a lot of them at a time, say like when you're doing your Christmas cards or holiday cards, you can, do one step, and like when I did all of these cards, I cut all the cardstock bases first, and then I did all of the layering with the DSP, then did all the ribbon. It just makes it go a little easier, and you finish a little more quickly. So here is the image I used. It is Magnificent Maple stamped in chocolate chip on crumb cake, and I cut it with one of my circle framelits, my oval framelits. I sponged around the edge with chocolate chip. I stamped it first and then cut it out. And now I'm using Stampin' Dimensionals, and I want to show you I sponged it here and then I stamped with this little dot stamp. I love this set. It's gorgeous grunge. It just adds a little bit to the background. And I'm going to put that and mount that over my burlap ribbon. Just like that. Okay, so now I needed a sentiment, and I wanted to use this You Made My Day from the Dozen Thoughts. So I have that mounted here on my block, and what I'm going to do, and this is the tip, this is what I have found to be a real time saver. When I have a sentiment that is a single line or one word, I cut a strip of paper. In this case, I cut some designer paper that's a light background, and I cut it about just barely enough width for my sentiment. And then I stamp it several times while I've got my ink pad out, and I just ink it up, and I know what I want to do. I'm going to make one flat end and then one little banner end. So I'm just moving down a little bit so that I can have enough room to cut. There, my Y didn't come out so well there, so I'm going to press a little more. Okay, so now I have all these sentiments cut here, stamped, and then I'm going to just flat cut that end, and then I'm going to separate it here, and then I'll do my little pennant in here, and it'll be ready to go. And then as I need one, I'll go ahead and cut the rest of these, and if I don't use all of them, I'll save them inside my stamp box, and then I have them for the next time I need to make this card. So what I did next is I put this here. Okay, I wanted to mount it just like that, but first I think I'm going to sponge it a little bit with chocolate chip to tie it in with the rest of the card, and use some Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's see what I did with them. And when I was designing this card, I knew that it was, fairly simple, fairly plain. Wanted it to go through the mail fairly easily, so I didn't want too much bulk or dimension. So when I placed this here like this, I thought, oh, it needs something. And I just didn't know what I was going to do. And then I thought, aha, I'm going to use one of my little trinket safety pins here. And what I did is just opened it up, and then this little edge is still free because I've got dimensionals behind. I put that pin through, and now it's kind of a faux attachment to this leaf, but just added a little something to where I felt like that gave it a finished look. So I hope you'll give this tip a try when you're stamping your sentiments and you are making doing mass production of cards. If you have any questions, just email me or leave it in the comment section here. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching so much. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.